Okay, so this is going to be an explanation of the reverse Sentry dash method of doing Q-skip. I'm just going to basically walk through my inputs and show you what I'm doing. I'll do it once really quick just to show you. So it looks like that. And once you get the inputs down, it's not so bad. A couple things that are like kind of major is there's this thing that I'm referring to as scheme swapping, which is where you change this UI here. So you see how it's a ZXR, so it's in like keyboard only mode. But then when you use a mouse, it switches to this mouse mode. So that's like important because I think it has to do with the way it introduces lag. But that scheme swap is important because I'm using a mouse to actually input the sword slash. And I'm using WASD and E for the Sentry. And I think that's important to be doing the inputs on keyboard. As the time we're recording, I don't think it's very well understood, but this setup works, so I'm just going to describe what I'm doing. The first thing is running up to this wall is something I want to say is that when you're starting from the wall and doing like your reference slash, sliding down the wall and running up the wall are actually, they put you in different X positions, so you want to run up to the wall. And then just duck, turn around, do a duck slash, and then you should be at the right distance. At this point I scheme swap, so I just tap, you can tap any of these buttons here that are illuminated. But I just tap up because it doesn't move Ori. It's easy. It's easy not to fat finger the left and right. And then from this point you're going to, I'll just show this part like in the inputs. So you slash and then hold E and D. Like that. They can, usually just a few frames apart. Like, I think optimally, I don't know if it matters, I don't know if there's like an optimal, but like I have a macro, it does it on the second frame after clicking left click, but it's pretty lenient. So just do that. So you run into the wall, do the duck. And then from here, you do that input. And then you're going to input a dash. I use the middle mouse button to dash. Again, not sure if it matters. That's just how I've natively mapped. It's natively mapped, so I tend to just use middle mouse. You do the down slash, scheme swap, which is really important. For some reason, scheme swapping just makes this trick more consistent. I think it's certainly possible without it, but just don't forget to do that. Super easy, just tap the button. And then from there, the dash, you want to input it pretty quick. I think you have up to like 15 frames, I think is what Techo said. But if that gives you an idea, it's like not a lot of time, so you just want to tap it. I mean, you can, and that's also a pretty lenient window. Yeah, just kind of tap it. Like, I tap it kind of just like I do a normal S dash. I don't really think about it much different. Let's see. Let's do it one more time. Yep. So that's that. Oh, and then final note. You want to be holding down E and D. Just make sure you're holding those down. Don't just like tap them and release. But yeah, peace.